look, I think Bill Maher did and Joe and Mika did the right thing. I think when the president calls you and says, come to the Oval Office, I think you go. And I think that him trying to show him not immediately going to the kind of polarized, this guy's a fucking idiot, and acknowledging that he's a charming guy, or that maybe trying to provide some comfort that he's not as crazy as we think, and he's self-aware and he listens. I think that's important. The only thing, and this might be my bias, is that someone who, is so angry and aggressive, and I'm talking about the president now, against people. I've heard this about President Trump, that when he meets you, he's nice and he's charming. And then a few minutes later, he'll basically say vile things about you to his 200 million followers. I think someone who's nice to you to your face and then shitposts you behind your back in a way that really hurts your reputation, I think there's a word for that. Asshole. I much prefer someone, and I think you're like this, I think you're more likely. Who do you want? If it's like, if you're going to be critical of someone, try and do it in a constructive way to them personally. But I'm glad he did it. I think he was smart to do it. I think I think it's a dignified thing to do. I thought it's an impossible needle to thread, because people who hate Trump are angry at him for going. They're angry at him for acknowledging the president has some positive qualities. I think it's kind of an impossible position or needle to thread for Bill.
Well, here's what I think happened. He was getting very sharp on Trump, very sharp, very tough. And they decided to neuter him a little bit by being charming. I think he has been doing some really, he tries to do the down the middle contrarian thing a lot of the time, but he has been does some of the sharpest attacks on Trump among comics, and which there are many, by the way. So I think I thought they were trying to neuter him, and it worked in that regard. Now, look, I think it's right to go to the dinner. That would be really interesting. But to say, oh, look, he's charming in person. Like, I'm sure Goebbels was thrilling at a cocktail party, my friend. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, sure. Yeah. Lots of people, by the way, that
Mussolini was great to party with.
Mussolini was so much fucking fun. He'd put a lampshade on his head and we danced all night. And,